Ten Hag is in trouble, or should I say Ten Haram is in trouble, because that is the nickname that the Manchester United fans have been calling him. Look guys, I know Ten Hag isn't a war criminal, but Manchester United fans have been treating him like one. The fans have been calling for his head since last season. I have to say this guy is a survivor, because how didn't he lose his job after finishing 8th in the Premier League? Oh my goodness, this is the mighty Manchester United. He was only saved by a fluke FA win and the fact that Thomas Tuchel refused to take the job. He started well in his first season as a Manchester United coach, and he finished third in that season. But if you look closely, you'll notice that the cracks began to show in that first season. It is the individual brilliance of Rashford and Casemiro that helped him finish third. Rashford was having the best season of his career, where he had 17 goals and 5 assists in the league. On the other hand, Casemiro had 4 goals and 3 assists in the league. He also scored in important games despite being a defensive midfielder. In addition to this, he put some very immaculate defensive performances. Rashford has always been an inconsistent player, and that's why it isn't shocking that he fell off in Ten Hag's second season. He only scored 7 goals and 2 assists in the league. It was time for Ten Hag to show us that he can coach team performances instead of relying on individual brilliance. However, the Dutchman failed in this regard, and that's why his team finished 8th in that second season. His team is still struggling in his third season in charge, and is currently sitting in the 14th position in the league of them. The fans have been calling for Bruno to be benched because he hasn't been providing goals and assists. However, Ten Hag has refused to punish him for his bad performances. This is shocking because Eriksen has been providing some goals and he can easily play in Bruno's positions. Other players like Kobe Mainoo, Amad Diallo and Mason Mount can also play in that number 10 position. Maybe now Ten Hag will notice Bruno's terrible performances now that he has gotten 2 red cards in 2 games in a row. He got one against Tottenham and another one against FC Porto in the Europa League. It seems like Ten Hag should have listened to the fans when they told him to drop him. And now that we have been making fun of Bruno, can we ask him why he and his teammates are struggling?
As palavras são poucas para aquilo que eu passei aqui. Foram momentos muito importantes, marcaram a minha carreira e não é nada fácil. E não. Tanto para mim como para a minha família, fomos sempre bem recebidos, tivemos um grande carinho por parte de toda a gente, nunca nos faltou nada e não sou leão desde o berço, mas serei a partir de agora.
Já, Bruno, uma palavra para os sportinguistas.
Um agradecimento muito grande. Espero que fiquem com boas recordações minhas e irei levá-los para sempre no coração.
Another one of Ten Hag's weaknesses has to be his signings. Most of them have struggled or simply failed. Ten Hag has to be the coach with the record for the most flop signings because nothing seems to work for him. The biggest flop has to be Antony. The Brazilian was bought for 85 million from Ajax, which is for Ten Hag's former club. He scored 4 goals and 2 assists in his first EPL season. And he got 1 goal and 1 assist in his second season, and now he doesn't even get playing time. because Ten Hag doesn't trust him anymore. This is despite the fact that Ten Hag was his coach at Ajax. So some shocking stuff right there. Casemiro is another flop signing. He was bought for £70 million from Real Madrid. He had one good season, then he has fallen off a cliff from there. He's literally one of the worst players in Manchester United currently. Mason Mount is another flop signing who was bought for £60 million from Chelsea. He has 1 goal and 1 assist in 2 seasons. He has been suffering with injuries for most of his time in Manchester United, and he has done nothing significant since he arrived there, despite wearing the iconic number 7 shirt that was worn by people like Beckham, Cristiano Ronaldo, and George Best. So that one is a terrible signing. Andre Onana is another player who is struggling at Manchester United. He was bought for £48 million from Inter Milan after reaching the Champions League final. He has had some bad moments at Manchester United where he has been turned into an internet meme on Twitter where people clown him for his terrible shot stopping. Even his passing has become mediocre for some reason, yet he was known for his good passing when he came to Manchester United. So this is another player that they will have to upgrade if they want to improve. Rasmus Højlund, oh my goodness. I don't know what they were expecting when they bought this player, because this is a guy who has never scored 10 goals in a league season. He's a striker who was bought for £75 million from Atalanta, and he has been struggling at Manchester United. He has had some injuries, but he has also struggled to score goals, despite being one of the top scorers in their Champions League campaign last season. The most shocking part about this signing is that Ten Hag was offered Oli Watkins in 2023 and he refused, instead choosing Højlund. Watkins went on to finish among the top scorers in the English Premier League with 19 goals and 13 assists, while Højlund had 10 goals. Oh my goodness. Joshua Zirkzee, another £36 million striker, was bought from Bologna. This guy is another one who struggles for goals. If you look at his statistics, he only scored 11 goals in 34 games, despite playing for a Bologna side that was playing ultra-attacking football under the guidance of coach Thiago Motta, who is currently at Juventus. Another flop signing is Lisandro Martinez. This guy was bought for £48 million from Ajax. He's a player who was well known to Ten Hag. He had one good season at Manchester United. Then last season he began getting injured and the fall off has been crazy. He has never returned to his first season form, and he looks like a clown every time he's on the pitch. Just watch Manchester United versus Porto, how he was getting bullied by the likes of Samu Omorodion. Manuel Ugarte, £55 million signing from PSG. This guy is a defensive midfielder, yet when you watch Manchester United, most of their goals, they are scored through the midfield. Someone runs directly through their midfield and they score. And that's the job of a defensive midfielder, to stop those type of players. In his short time at Manchester United, he has looked like a clown. He runs around like a headless chicken. And it makes sense now why he was benched at PSG, because of his poor ball playing abilities. Oh, this one, I don't think this one will work. Tyrell Malacia, bought for £13 million from Feyenoord. This guy is always injured, has done nothing at Manchester United. Lenny Yoro, £52 million signing from Lille. This is one of the good signings that Ten Hag has made during his time at Manchester United. But yet, we have not seen this player play in the Premier League. He has been injured throughout this first season. I think he's a talented player, but the way Manchester United is playing, even talented players get exposed. Just look at Lisandro Martinez, another defender who started well, then he started getting exposed. And Kobe Mino started well, started getting exposed because of Ten Hag's terrible system. But I think Lenioro is a good signing. Alte Bayindri, £4 million from Fenerbahce. This is a goalkeeper who never plays, despite Andre Onana making so many mistakes. This guy never gets a chance, so it's a waste of time. Mazrui, he was bought for 13 million from Bayern Munich. Another good signing. He has looked good during his time at Manchester United. Ten Hag is clearly clueless and lacks the tactics that we have seen with other coaches like Roberto De Zerbi, who are doing better jobs with smaller budgets. Ten Hag's team still doesn't have an identity despite him being 3 seasons into the job. They clearly don't work on patterns during training, or the players aren't good enough to execute the tactics. But then again, he bought these players. It's easy for other teams to bypass the Manchester United midfield like it doesn't exist. Therefore, isn't surprising that Andre Onana is among the goalkeepers that faces the most shots per game. They've faced 20 shots or more, 16 times in 44 games. This is more than any other teams, including relegated sides. Since Sir Alex Ferguson left in 2013, Ten Hag is the coach that has conceded the most 3+ goals when compared to other coaches. It will be interesting to see how long Ten Hag can last as the Manchester United coach. But rivals will be happy that he keeps his job because it will be easy to play against Manchester United. We have decided to add Ten Hag into our fraud watch category because he has shown us a lot of inconsistency at Manchester United. I expect him to have a few good results, but I also expect him to deliver mediocrity. The truth is, I think that Ten Hag is clueless and there are many other good managers who are out there. The truth is, Manchester United is too big for him. The truth is, Erik Ten Hag and Manchester United is a mismatch. This situation kinda reminds me of this woman